Welcome to the Marketing Smarts live show by MarketingProfs and the Marketing Smarts podcast, where we dive into B2B news, resources, valuable guest content, and much more each and every week. If you're a B2B marketer looking for a place to learn, keep up to date, and have some fun along the way, well, then grab a beverage, a notepad, or at least some style of writing utensil, and welcome to the show. Hello to all my Marketing Smarts live viewers today. I'm super excited to bring you episode 17 of the Marketing Smarts live show. This week's topic is all about new B2B email marketing techniques that work right now. And our guest is, that's right, the one, the only Jay Schwedelson. If you're ready to learn, buckle up. Let's go. I'm your boy, George B. Thomas, speaker, trainer, catalyst, and host of this here show, the Marketing Smarts live show, as well as the Marketing Smarts podcast found on your favorite podcast app. Our guest clips today are brought to you by none other than Jay Schwedelson, which, by the way, Jay is the founder of subjectline.com, the leading free subject line rating tool ranked in the top 1% of all websites worldwide. Having led subjectline.com through the testing of more than 12 million, that's million with an M, subject lines, Jay uses his knowledge to guide organizations across multiple industries on how to implement impactful email marketing. Now, remember, the clips of Jay Schwedelson today are pulled from the full Marketing Smarts podcast episode. And if you want to listen to the full interview with Jay Schwedelson and myself, make sure to tune into the Marketing Smarts podcast. Link in the full show or for the full show will be in the description below after the live show ends. Now, in this episode, again, I'm talking with Jay Schwedelson about new B2B email marketing techniques that work right now. I have to ask, are you doing the best you can with your email? Think about that for a second. Do you have the right mindset around the things that you need to be doing, testing, and tweaking along the way with your email marketing strategies? I don't know about you, but if you're anything like me, this is always a topic I feel as if I could continue to keep learning more the rest of my life, which hopefully is a lot of years. Consumers are changing. Heck, rules keep changing. So how do you know what works right now pertaining to your marketing emails? You may or you may not. That's the thing. But for instance, what the heck are we to do with open rates nowadays? I have to ask you, are open rates killing you or are you loving it? Are they a good thing, a bad thing, something we should pay attention to or not? The answer, it depends on what? Who you ask, that's what it depends on. So I knew for sure this was one of the things I wanted to talk to Jay about was open rates. And here's what he had to say, his thoughts on open rates right now. Let's go ahead and see what Jay has to say.
Open rates, and this is going to probably be opposite what most people say. I think open rates are incredibly valuable. And people say, well, no, you can't track them properly. There are bots, and now Apple's screwing up the open rates, and they're not really a number. But here's the story with open rates. When you send out a campaign, you have two different versions of, let's say, a subject line. You have a version and a B version. You send it out, okay? And let's say you send it out to 100,000 people in your database. And the A version gets a 40% open rate. And the B version gets a 30% open rate. Now, sitting here today, I know for a fact that no, 40% of the people I sent it to did not open it because of all the things going on in the world, because of Apple, because of bots, because of whatever. And conversely, I know that 30% of the people didn't open up the B version. But here's what I do know and why open rates are magical and so important. I know that A won. I know more people, I don't know how many, but I know more people liked A versus B. It gives me a roadmap on where to pursue and what to do further. So when marketers say, oh, open rates are dead to me, I'm only focused on the click. I'm like, well, you're clueless because you're going to get at best, 3, 4, 5% click-through rate. So 95% of the people, you're just not going to care about what they're doing. That makes no sense. You get directional information, awesome directional information from open rates. So I'm a huge believer in it.
Did you hear that? In my opinion, Jay said the exact opposite of what most might say. Open rates are very valuable, but did you catch the very important caveat to that statement? Open rates are magical and important when you're looking at them from an A to B testing perspective. Are you A/B testing your marketing emails? If yes, what percentage of the time? I need to know. Put the answer to that in the chat pane or let me know on the Twitters using the hashtag MPB2B. And of course, tag me at George B. Thomas. Now, we'll get back to Jay Schwedelson and his thoughts on new B2B email marketing techniques that work right now and deeper into this A/B testing of marketing emails. But first, I have to ask, are you part of the Marketing Profs community? If not, become part of the Marketing Profs community by heading over to mprofs.com/MP today. Now, it's time for one of my favorite sections in the B2B News, where we talk about breaking B2B news or really important tips we find on the Google News tab related to you and your B2B business. This week, the title is 6. That's right, 6 B2B marketing predictions for 2023 by John Miller on CMS Wire. Those predictions for 2023, I'll tell you. Predictions about what will keep, what should go, and what new additions will become critical to our marketing industry in 2023. Predictions for next year. It's never too early to predict what's next in the B2B industry as we near the end of 2022, which, can you believe? I don't even know where the year went, that we are coming to the end of 2022. Although it's helpful to look back at the valuable lessons learned in B2B marketing over the past year and consider what in the world is to come. As such, the predictions in this article talk about our marketing industry, what's going to happen in 2023, and to read about these 6 predictions and things like everyone's source pipeline, ABM and demand generation changes, and dark communities, and more. Make sure you click the link in the description when the live show is over. So let's get back to Jay Schwedelson and his Marketing Smarts podcast episode, A/B testing. Many times it's either an afterthought or no thought at all. I can't tell you the amount of humans I've trained that historically have not been doing any job pertaining to email marketing and A/B testing. But it's for sure something we all need to stop sleeping on. As a matter of fact, it was part of my email conversation with Jay. And here's what he had to say about A/B testing and marketing emails.
The littlest thing in email marketing can have the biggest impact on performance. So often marketers have it backwards. They'll work on a piece of creative. They'll work on an offer. They'll work on, legal has to approve everything. They get it all set up. And then they go, okay, we're ready to send it down. Like, well, what's your subject line? And they'll be like, oh, hold on, let me write that in the next 4 seconds. And they give no thought to it, right? Where it's totally backwards, right? If you look at just the subject line as one variable, doing A/B tests on the subject line, what you do in that subject line, doing A/B tests, can be the difference between your campaign being successful and it falling apart. Every time you hit send on any email campaign, you must be testing something. It's an opportunity to test, and to give up that opportunity is just a waste of an exposure.
OMG, did you hear that? 4 seconds on that subject line made me laugh. But also I loved when Jay said sometimes the littlest things can have the biggest impact on your email or your marketing email performance. We spend so much time on creative, but then just spit out the subject line like it has no relevance to the success of our email campaigns. But that's super wrong. As B2B marketers, we need to stop wasting these exposure moments and start A/B testing our email subject lines and about 27 other items in the future. Now, we'll get back to Jay Schwedelson in a few minutes, but first it's time for some dope B2B learnings from the vault of MarketingProfs articles. That's right, it's time to dig into the treasure trove of valuable information and pull out 2 pieces of gold to help you be a better B2B marketer. Article 1 this week is 4 ways to boost email deliverability before your holiday email campaigns by 0 bounce. A lot goes into creating a high-performing holiday email campaign. You want your emails to be great, but that's not the whole package. You also have to send them the right way so they can reach your customers' inboxes. Email marketing is effective. Its personal and direct nature allows you to connect with your prospects like no other channel. But competition is intense, even more so during the holiday seasons. Although creating compelling emails is a priority, you also have to think about who those emails are going to. Will they reach the inbox? How can you make sure of that ahead of time? The email deliverability tactics in the article on MarketingProfs will help you do exactly that. That's right. You can get the link after the live show. But article 2 this week, your email marketing as Cinderella, treated like a princess, not a servant, by Karen Talavera. I hope I said that right, Karen. I do apologize if not. But like Cinderella in the classic fairy tale, email dutifully goes about his business, quietly completing a wide variety of marketing tasks without complaint, from prospects qualification to lead nurturing to direct sales. It also does plenty of less attractive, more menial labor in the transactional messaging realm, such as conveying confirmations, notifications, reminders, and alerts. And just like Cinderella, it is frequently under-resourced and kept out of sight until she's needed or it's needed. But when it's needed, you'd better batten down the hatches, for email will be heavily, if not impossibly, leaned upon to achieve quarterly and annual revenue goals, save jobs, and launch new products. Want to keep learning more? If so, check out the links in the description below after the live show to get access to both amazing Marketing Profs articles. Okay, back to Jay Schwedelson. Let's dive back into the conversation of the new B2B email marketing techniques that work right now. One of the other topics that has this topic, I mean, a bit of information. And when I say a bit, I really mean massive amount of confusion around it is unsubscribes. So, you know me, I wanted to dig a little bit deeper into the marketing email unsubscribe conversation with Jay to see what his thoughts on them right now were. So here we go with Jay's thoughts on unsubscribes.
That's an awesome question. And let's first delineate between unsubscribes and spam complaints, because they get conflated. People think they're the same thing. Spam complaints are bad. You don't want to get spam complaints. Okay, put those over here. The vast majority of what you receive are unsubscribes. Unsubscribes are actually a good thing. I like unsubscribes, and here's why. First off, let's talk about the worst version of unsubscribes, and those are nastygrams. Nastygrams is you send out a campaign, right, and then you get 2 or 3 of these emails that come back, and they say, I want you to die. This is illegal. You are going to go to spam jail. You're a horrible person. These are nastygrams, and you get 2 or 3. So what happens when you get these emails? They float around your organization. They get forwarded to like the CEO or wherever. It goes crazy internally. And then invariably a meeting is called. They go, stop sending. We're doing something wrong. We got 2 of these horrible emails. But in reality, what's going on there? Anybody who sends an unsubscribe with these vicious words in it, they're very strange people. And they're having a bad day. And they probably sent 7 of those, 7 different companies. Having your marketing programs dictated by these nastygrams, by the loudest voice in the room, is an epic fail. Just know that if you're in marketing, yeah, you're going to run across a couple of these things and take them for what they're worth. Look, you get 50 of them. That's weird. That's odd. Deal with that. But nastygrams, I put them to the side. Okay. Unsubscribes now in general. Why are they a good thing? First off, most people in general don't unsubscribe from one email in one day and then move on. They're unsubscribing. They're like, oh my God, my inbox is so flooded. I got too much. It's like, cleaning out your refrigerator. I got to just purge. I'm going to unsubscribe. You unsubscribe like 7 different things because, I need to purge. Generally, they're unsubscribing because, hey, their job changed, right? You're no longer relevant to them. Maybe you're sending out bad emails. That could be too. But their life has changed. They're no longer in the market to buy the product or service that you're promoting, okay? That's generally speaking why they're unsubscribing, unless you're doing aggressive tactics that really stink. Here's why I say they're good. Number one, people don't realize this. For somebody to unsubscribe, what do they need to do? They need to open your email. They need to click on something in your email. In the world of email tracking, that open and click, it's not said, oh, that's an unsubscribe. No, that's actually viewed as engagement. Ironically, it's going to help your deliverability because you're generating an open and click. That's not the reason that you like unsubscribes, but it's an ironic component. But the other thing is you're getting somebody off your list who doesn't want to be on it, who is not going to be somebody that's ever going to respond to your offers, right? And you can then say, oh my God, we need to find a new contact of that organization. This is not the right person, whatever it may be. It doesn't hurt your deliverability at all. Only spam complaints do. So unsubscribes are not bad. They're good. Don't let them freak you out.
Are you sending emails that stink? Are you stinking it up? I hope not. And if the answer is not yes, then you should think about your email unsubscribes in a little bit of a different way. It's not as terrible as you might think. And please don't let the unsubscribes freak you out. I love that Jay said that. Now, we're going to get to some words of wisdom from Jay Schwedelson here in a few minutes. But right now, it's time to tune your spotlight, the spotlight onto you, the Marketing Profs community. Yep, time for From the hashtag MP B2B community. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we searched far and wide in the hashtag MPB2B universe to find amazing information and conversations to bring to the masses, aka you. So first, make sure you're using the hashtag, and second, make sure you have fun and add value to the community along the way. Then we'll spotlight you or your crew on the show. This week, well, this week's community spotlight is from Twitter. Buy digital for the inept, or at for the inept. And it's super simple, but leads to some great value. The tweet simply says 7 keys to successful B2B influencer marketing, hashtag MPB2B. It then links to an article on Top Rank Marketing, and the article is by Lane Ellis. But you need to check out the description and click that link to check out the post and read or learn more. Marketing Smarts viewer, I have to ask, are you going to be the next to get the spotlight? Remember, community, use the hashtag MPB2B on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter, and get the light shined on your awesomeness in the next or a future episode of the Marketing Smarts Live Show. Pro tip, it won't hurt if you tag me in the post as well, at George B. Thomas on LinkedIn and Twitter. Okay, let's kick it back to Jay Schwedelson and some words of wisdom around his topic of new B2B email marketing techniques that work right now. Here's what Jay Schwedelson wanted to leave you with as far as some words of wisdom. That's right. You right there. These words, they're for you.
In general, don't always believe, what you read. Don't always believe what you hear from, people like me. In the world of email, most of the so-called experts are regurgitating old information. There's not a lot of new thing out there. And testing, you testing things is going to be your best path forward, because not only because information is old, but the variables of who your business is, what your content is, what your brand reputation is, what your database makeup is all you, and you are unique. So testing and learning for yourself, and then creating internal benchmarks that you beat, right? Make your own ecosystem. Don't rely on just metrics you see on the outside world, because you are your best environment to learn from, and be empowered by that.
I love. Did I say I love yet? These words of wisdom. Don't always believe what you hear in the marketing email best practice ecosystem. Don't rely on metrics you see out there. Create your own metrics, your own ecosystem, your own email marketing success as you move forward in creating your own B2B email marketing techniques that work right now for you. Have you enjoyed today's journey? Let us know. Use that hashtag MPB2B on whatever platform you're joining us on. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. Head to the description below. Click on the link to the full Marketing Smarts podcast with Jay Schwedelson, and keep on learning more about new B2B email marketing techniques that work right now. Remember, these were just a few clips from the original Marketing Smarts podcast interview. If you got value out of today's show, hit that like, and better yet, share it with a friend or a coworker. Hopefully they're both the same, maybe. To keep learning more, hit that subscribe or watch additional Marketing Profs videos on your favorite social channel, or head over to our YouTube channel if you're not there yet. Or you can go tune into the original Marketing Smarts podcast. Did I say that yet? Episodes are on your favorite podcast app. Don't forget to become part of the Marketing Profs community by heading over to mprofs.com/MP today. That's mprofs.com/MP today. And as always, remember to be a happy, helpful, humble B2B marketing human. And we'll see you on the next episode of Marketing Smarts Live Show next week.